Shutdown of a heavily traveled street near the medical center and it's already causing problems for some drivers.
Yeah, definitely. MUD is closing the road for 5 weeks for utility work. Producer Roger Hamer is on your side with neighbors' concerns about safety.
It's already starting. Drivers apparently caught by surprise that 42nd Street is completely closed between Pacific and Leavenworth. Some drivers are turning around right in the middle of 42nd looking for another route. We saw a lot of drivers cutting through parking lots and neighborhoods.
A lot of the traffic from 42nd spills down Pacific Street, and with, like an almost 3-year-old, it's just something you kind of worry about.
Yeah, it's going to force traffic through the neighborhood. And especially with all the utility work, a lot of the sidewalks are closed, so it already makes walking through the neighborhood difficult. So, with buses and big trucks and stuff coming through, it's definitely a hazard for pedestrians.
Ben Rees walks his dog regularly in the neighborhood. He says drivers need to look out for kids if they cut through neighborhoods.
There's several schools in the neighborhood, yeah.
Are you concerned about their safety?
Yeah, anytime we have these sidewalk closures, you force people into the street, and then if you're also going to be forcing a lot of heavy traffic through the neighborhood, the kids and the buses are going to be sharing the same streets. It's not good. Speaking
of buses, Route 3 goes right down 42nd Street. We checked with Metro Omaha about any detours, but have not received any information at this time. And if day one of the closure is any indication, neighbors can expect a lot of this for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's concerning, but hopefully they can get through it fast.
On your side, Roger Hamer, WOWT 6 News.
MUD tells us water services are being reconnected along 42nd Street because of that June 6th water main break.